welcome back. It's been a long time since I've seen you, in case you've forgotten. My name is Mr. Burley, and today, the next 2 days actually, we're going to be talking about religions in here, all right? So, I'd like to start with a couple of ideas or concepts that you may not have had probably, but they tie into today's class. So, first step, why are we throwing in religions right now? It seems, we just went from ancient civilizations, now you're going to government. Why are we doing religions? There is a reason, and the reason is right here. You need to understand the three monotheistic religions. Wait, monotheistic. What's monotheistic? You had that word a while back. It was on the sheet you did with the Atlas activity. Actually, the word was monotheism. What was it?
A religion with one God.
Yes, a belief in one God. Okay, so understand the three monotheistic religions, histories, and beliefs to better understand what motivates people. All right, guys. There are three main things that motivate people to do almost anything in the world. You can get people to do almost anything for these three things, including killing other people, or perhaps even themselves. One of them is religion. So just for the sake of having all three of them, anybody want to take a guess what the other two might be? We got religion is one. What are the other two? What do you think?
Money.
Actually, you're correct. Money. I like it. All right. I'm going to come back to that in a sec. Let's see if we can get the third. What do you think is the third?
Family.
Family's good, but that's not going to motivate, believe it or not, that motivates some people somewhat. Yeah?
But they believe they can.
Not even that, no? All right. What?
Drugs.
Not drugs. Drugs will alter what they do, yeah. I don't know, motivation in a sense, yeah?
God.
Tied to religion, I would say that would be. Thinking big, right? This is countries and or people, let's say. One more.
Governmental power.
No, it can sometimes. We've got money and we've got land. Money and religion. The next one is land. Sorry, I was going to give you that anyway. So money, religion, and land. Let me, we'll talk a lot about religion, so I'm going to hold on that one. But let's take money for instance. Money can motivate people to do almost anything. You know what? I'll bet you there's a price I could convince you where you would chop off your right arm.
Okay.
But what's the price?
There is a point at which you would say, yes, I'd be willing to lose my right arm.
No.
No.
You know, I'm telling you it's true. Believe me, it would be. You guys have seen the show Fear Factor?
Yeah.
Kind of. No.
Or heard of it? Basically, it's a show, I think it's kind of dumb, but the show, the premise is that people will do, like, mostly eat things or strange situations. They'll sit in a coffin full of snakes or something. And they do it for what I would consider to be like a very small amount of money, really. But they are willing to do it because they're winning money for it. All right? People will do almost anything for money. I'll bet you I could get your room really, really, really clean for the right price. Right? Okay? Money motivates. Now, listen to me carefully. And please watch the blurt outs. They kind of distracted me as a teacher, okay? If you do have comments today, I will take comments as we go. Please raise your hand. There's a lot of opportunity for question. As I go, just raise your hand. When I can get to you at a breaking point, I will definitely get your question, okay? But please watch the blurt outs because they get kind of distracting to others and to myself. Money. I'm going to take an extreme example. Two. One, many people for the right price will go kill somebody else. There's a point which they'll be like, maybe, especially if they think that person's bad. Okay? Now the other one, this is going to sound really weird, okay? But follow me because it's true. You can find somebody with the right circumstances to actually perhaps commit suicide for the right amount of money. Now I know in your head you're like, but then they won't get the money. I understand that. Remember, right circumstances. What about this sort of situation? I'm a father, so let's take this. Let's say I don't have a house, and I haven't had a house for 2-3 years. We've been living on the streets. Food, we eat whenever we can. I don't know, we haven't had a steady meal in forever, right? So, we're walking along, and my son, one of my sons, let's say, has a disease that if he doesn't get treatment for it, will die within 6 months. All right? He will die within 6 months. But if he gets treatment, he won't. It's easily cured with treatment. But I can't afford it. I can't do it. Somebody comes up to me and asks me if I would commit suicide. And the money they're going to give me would cover the expenses for my son to get cured, plus would cover them to be set for the rest of their life. I would consider it. Would I do it? I don't know. I would definitely consider it. Do you see how money could motivate people to even do that? All right, so we've got money, land. Land is usually tied into money in some way. It usually has something that people want, or power, or something like that. By the way, all three of these, you'll notice are tied to power. Think about it. Land, money, and religion, if you have those, you have power as well, don't you? Nobody said that, but it's true. The religion, that's what we're going to talk about today. And by tomorrow's class, guys, I will show you that religion actually does motivate people to kill people. They will kill others, and they will even kill themselves for religion. It's a huge motivator. The three religions we're going to talk about are Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And the reason we're choosing these three is because they are the main three religions in the regions that we study this year. Now we're heading into government. So tying this all together, we are heading into government here in our next unit. Religion is also a part of government. Even in the United States, many of our laws, although we have separation of church and state, you've heard that, right? All right, many of our laws, though, are tied to religion. So religion is influential in governments, and throughout the year we'll be referencing back to this lesson these next 2 days. All right? So what I would like to do, let's see. Yeah, I'll do it this way first. In the back of the room, on the center of the counter back there, there's a larger stack of white papers. Don't go get it yet, in just a second. On the stack, it's got Judaism, Christianity, and Islam in some columns. And then there are rows that go across. And in each of these rows, it has a different thing. Like, for instance, one of them will say the day that you go to worship. So if you wanted to know, what day do Christians go to worship? Sunday. So if you went and you found Christians, and you went down the column Christianity, and you found the row that said day of worship, come across where those intersect, you'd write down Sunday. You get what I'm saying here? All right, if it said worship leader, the name of the worship leader, what that means is if you went to their service on whatever day it was, what's the title of that person who's standing up in front of you? Okay, so there's a bunch of things. You'll know some, you probably won't know most, but who knows? Maybe you'll know quite a few. You'll fill in what you do know. If you don't know it, leave it blank. I mean, that's why you're here, right? We're going to learn some of this stuff. You may talk to somebody while you're working on it about the product that you're working on, okay? Not about your favorite movie. And I'm going to give you 4 minutes to do this. Get it and begin.